Alexis Vega can't be your best player on a championship winning team. Like, it's undefendable anymore.
Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Ladsfootyshow. I'm your host, Keeks, and we got some special guests with you guys today.
What up, boys? This is Chris from Fútbol Asada, Cabra Fútbol. Or you can follow me on Twitter at HattrickChris. You can catch me there trolling U.S. fans, trolling Javi, calling his team the second division Leon team, whatever.
All right, whatever. Anyways, I was gonna go on a good one, but Chris, I know why he's not. Hold on. Fuck, I'm thirsty. Let me drink some Chivas tears real quick.
I'm always buying the same one, bro.
Alright.
Buy the Leon version next week.
No, those don't exist. So, but yeah, it's your boy Javi. You guys already know Fútbol Asada here on the Lads Footy Show. Thank you for having us on, Kike. But before anything, guys, I want to go on a quick one. Kike, you're Mexican. Chris, you're Mexican. I'm imploring, as I did yesterday, please support this team tomorrow and Sunday, or Wednesday and Sunday. We need to win. We can't let MLS win again. You guys heard what Timothy Tillman said, right? He said that in Mexico, all we do is play with passion, no tactics. He said it's just vibes, no brains. But I think he's wrong.
He's a little right.
Come on, bro.
Not saying
Well, what do
LAFC
you
is better.
But okay, my original statement. I implore you guys support my club. We should all unite under one badge.
Like I told you
and this
yesterday,
week only.
it depends how you act on this episode. Depends
All right.
what you say about Chivas, and it might influence who I'm going for in the LAFC Leon game.
All right, we'll see what happens right now.
All right, go.
All right, well, La Gran Final has just finished. The ida and vuelta are done.
Oh shit.
Chris, what went wrong? What happened?
All right, I'm gonna just start off hot, bro. Like, this is like, I don't care if it's a hot take. I don't care if my Chivas fans, like fellow fans, get mad. But I said this yesterday. I'm gonna say it again. Alexis Vega can't be your best player on a championship winning team. It just has to be said, bro. I know I was like defending him, and but it's undefendable anymore. You look at the stats. Has never scored in La Liga. Or with Chivas, has never scored in La Liga with Chivas. Has never scored against America. Has one goal in 13 Clásicos against Atlas. Like, the guy doesn't show up for big games. Yesterday, again, like one of our friends was saying yesterday, like, he kind of plays like very, like, he was playing the final like very nonchalant. Like he didn't, like, it wasn't like he was running the whole game. It wasn't like he was like inspiring the fans or nothing. Just like being like a kind of like a leader, the leader you need. And it showed. Like, he did nothing. Like, again, another big game, another ghosting session, and I think it proved like who are Tigres' superstars. Guignac, who has proved before the he shows up in big games, he scored. Cordova, who's been on fire, he scored. And everyone called him Pecho Frio or whatever for the longest time, but he's showed up the whole Liga. Alexis Vega didn't show up once.
His playoff run was amazing.
No, literally, bro. Like, honestly, you could make an argument right now. Like, is he not the most informed Mexican, like, on the planet, maybe? Like, with Santi Jimenez. Like, he's been on fire. But yeah, like, Alexis Vega did not show up for shit. He proved, I'm like, done with that dude. Like, I obviously still want him on the team because he's good enough to be on the team, but I think he proved, like, he can't be your best player on a championship winning team. Like, Pocho Guzman showed up, but, like, everyone's best player, like, usually the team's best player, like, the guy who, like, runs the show for every single team is usually an attacking player. Like, one that, like, can bag goals, like, can get, like, goals in big moments. And Chivas, I said it all year long. I didn't think we'd even make the final because of it. Because we didn't have, like, a real striker. We didn't have a real forward. We didn't have, like, a real goal threat. And in the end, it came back to bite us because the one guy who we were all relying on didn't show up. And the Tigres guys, they did show up. Like, they're big stars. So I think that's what happened, in my opinion.
I'm gonna give benefit of the doubt to your defensive line. Undoubtedly been one of the most solid sides, one of the most solid back lines all season. Alanoso, wow, he had a great playoff run. He played amazing.
Yep.
Chiquete was also great. Chiquete, my bad.
No. I was just agreeing with you, bro. I wasn't correct.
Oh, yeah. Pero no offensive players. You guys are struggling with no offensive ability whatsoever.
And not only that, bro, it's like, who do we even bring in? Like, we don't have any, like, great, like, our fucking attacking subs, like, throughout pretty much the whole season where like Ronaldo Cisneros, I know he started, but like it was either him or fucking Daniel Rios, who barely even scored in MLS, bro.
And
Like,
neither of them are good enough to
yeah,
win a final.
exactly, bro.
Neither
Bro,
And
of them.
like
the
Isaac
fact that
Brizuela, like you're like a cult hero, whatever for Chivas, but like, bro, that's like the creative winger we're bringing on to like change the game. That's not gonna happen, bro. Like,
Bro, the fact that honestly, like, honest to God, that Chivas' best winger in the Liga was Piojo Alvarado is fucking like
yeah,
jarring, bro. Like,
that's insane.
hey, I think did he score the most goals for Chivas in Liga?
Um,
Mm,
It might
he
have
only scored
been, bro.
once.
he could have.
Didn't have-
No, didn't he score twice? Oh, he gave the assist against America. Never
Yeah,
mind.
but he had
But
a
either
great game
way,
against America. But like again, that can't be your best player, bro. Like think about it. Like you think of all like the big teams, like even just yesterday, bro. Like Tigres, like they're able to sub on like fucking like Ibanez, like able to sub on like they have like if you look at their depth, bro, they have Lainez, Quiñones, Ibanez, like Iñak, Gorriarán, like they have all these attacking players. Like Chivas is bringing like players that like were stars on other teams that they ended up bringing in. Chivas has
Wasn't
nobody,
Ibanez top
bro.
goal scorer?
Like Chivas has nobody. Like
yeah, he was top scorer with Pachuca.
And now he's just benched a 40-year-old Gignac. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's fucking insane.
yeah, like
That's
but still like
that's
that's just like a depth piece that like they have. Like Chivas
Yeah.
would have loved to have Nico Ibanez. I mean, he's not Mexican, but like we needed like a player like just like a forward that has been proven in the league, bro. Like our fucking summer signing, like I said, was Daniel Rios, like a guy who wasn't even cutting it in MLS. Like that doesn't even like this is Chivas, bro. This is not like we're not fucking Leon, you know, like some small team like that. Like
There's no depth in that Chivas side whatsoever. It looks like every substitution you guys made, your team just looked worse and worse, and obviously Tigres just took advantage of that, putting 2 goals in what, like 6-7 minutes,
That was crazy.
and after that, it honestly was just complete Tigres ball.
yeah, like it was
Paunovic did nothing. Paunovic did nothing. He just let it happen.
But honestly,
I
what
think
can
he
he
got
do though? That
outcoached,
Chivas, like
bro.
you just said right now,
No,
like the
yeah,
Chivas
no,
doesn't
agreed.
have anybody, bro. Like they have nothing. Like the reason we have 34 points is because you were saying it earlier was because of our defense. It wasn't because we're fucking just scoring raining goals like other teams. Like it was literally like our defense. Like we were like winning a lot of 1-0s
defensive line
and
would just
stuff.
hold it down.
Bro, also I just think Chiqueta needs someone else there, bro. I don't think Divas Sepulveda stepped up enough to the plate for you to be like, oh, he's like the starting center back. He with him in the back, it's solid. Like Kika said, bro, the rest of Chivas' backline pretty good. I think they probably maybe argue like some of the best in the league. But
Boyo
Diva,
Briseño,
bro,
great. He had a great game until the handball. Like honestly, I felt a little
bro.
bad, to be honest. He just had his hand in the way.
Yeah.
That was it.
Man, and then that Chiva that Tigres goal, the third one, is just so unlucky. Like he had already
Ball
gotten
floated,
a clearance, bro.
caught everyone lacking, but that was it.
Yeah, bro. Watch that go in. It was crazy. And who had cleared that? Was it Chiquete or Boyo who had cleared it off the line right before that?
I think it was Chiqueta,
Yeah.
no?
Yeah. But
Yeah, it was just like, yeah.
like honestly, like looking at Chivas' squad from beginning to end, like if you were to like, compare squads, bro, they're not the best team in the league. They're not the second best team in the league talent wise. I don't even think they're top 4 or even 5. Like just talent wise, like if you look at like just squads, like obviously
On paper, on paper
like,
squads.
obviously the most talented teams don't win every single game, but like Monterrey has better players. Tigres has better players. America has better players. I would even say probably even Toluca has
Leon.
better players. Pachuca and like
Even
and Chivas
Leon.
are maybe about even though Pachuca kind of sucked this year. But like
And Leon.
no, not that. Bro, I can't even name you.
The team in the Champions League final. What the hell? Victor Davila,
Who is that?
Fidel Ambriz, Rodolfo Cota.
Oh
Rodolfo
my
Cota's a way
Lord,
better.
you did not say Rodolfo Cota.
Cota's respectable. I respect
Nah.
Cota. I respect
Cota's a
Cota more
better-
than I respect Nahuel Guzman, to be honest.
Yes, bro. There you go.
I
And
hate,
he's a
I
better
hate
goal.
Nahuel Guzman.
He's a better goalkeeper than Wacho.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
not
who's
hard.
not? That's not hard, though. That's not hard.
That's just,
Wacho can't catch a ball to save his life.
Barreiro, bro. Steven Barreiro is one of the best center backs in the league.
all
I
right,
don't
all
know
right,
what you're
all
talking
right, bro,
about.
all right.
Barreiro's good. He's one of the better center backs. I want to say best, but he's good. He's up there.
But point is, I didn't never really felt. I was kind of like honestly amazed that we made the final. It was more like kind of passion and vibes, especially in the semifinals, and kind of like America choking because honestly, like if Fidalgo doesn't do what he did,
We bottled.
Like-
we bottled. We threw that shit
it's
away.
it's a different story. But like we made the finals, so I think obviously that's a W season. Like like from the grand scheme of things, like you asked me before the season started, like what is the team gonna look like? I probably would have said like mid-table, maybe losing the quarterfinals. So the fact that we made it this far, great. But it also showed that like Chivas needs like a lot of help, bro. Like I know it was 3-2 in a final, but it's like I still feel like this team is super far away from like being like serious contenders. Like they need like reinforcements ASAP, especially because like whenever teams like Monterrey and America like they were basically had a fracaso this year. They're what they do very well. Like I'll give them credit for this is once that happens, they bring in like changes ASAP, bro. Like they don't fucking let it linger. Like Chivas for like a while, like they would suck, and it's like oh we'll just do the same shit next year, and it's like we're just continue just being mediocre. But like on Rayados or Tigres or America, like they fucking have like a for them a fracaso is even losing a final. Like they'll completely change the coach. They're like getting rid of any player that fucked up and like bringing in like the best players in the league, like all the time. Like Tigres last year, I think they lost in the semis, if I'm not mistaken, or the quarters. I forgot who they lost to, but and this year they brought in Goriaran, who was like one of the best midfielders in the league. He gets called up for Uruguay sometimes, like for the national team. He was on Santos. They bring him in. They brought in last year's like top joint goal scorer Ibanez to the team. They brought in Lainez, who's like again he's not like been amazing, but he was one of the most hyped Mexican prospects still from
just
Europe.
brings in more depth. It's still more depth.
Yeah, like you're adding 3 key pieces like to your team, and then like Monterrey, they brought in God, what the fuck's his name? Just over the last couple of years, they brought in Aguirre, who's one of the top goal scorers for Necaxa. A couple years ago, they brought in Berterame from San Luis. They brought in Victor Guzman, who's been like probably their best defender all season from Cholos. Like they're always bringing in like big reinforcements. Like America, same thing. They brought in like a bunch of players. Like their attack, like their second string attack is probably better than Chivas' attack. And they brought in Israel Reyes, Malagon, who are like again a defensive reinforcements. Like everyone like like I'm telling you, America like had a fracaso last season. Everyone's like, oh, like fuck these defenders, whatever. These guys are trash. Boom, they're bringing in fucking Israel Reyes. They're bringing in a new goalie. Like this season, like oh fuck, we need a right back. What are they going to do? Like just it's like almost confirmed that they got Kevin Alvarez.
I'm pretty sure it's like 100 or
it's 100%. Yeah,
it just hasn't been posted. It just hasn't been posted.
Yeah, Pachuca's president told the news.
Yeah, like that's what but like Chivas need to be like that, bro. Like show ambition. Like go get some big names because like these other teams are only gonna keep getting better. So it's like
the thing is though, bro. The thing is with Chivas is like it's so limited, bro. Like.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to say.
It's
Chivas
like, bro,
have only Mexicans to go with.
Yeah, who are you gonna buy as a striker?
How many other Mexicans can you go for that actually would want to play for Chivas? You know,
like what renowned Mexican striker,
bro? Like you're fucking Chivas. You're not like Querétaro. You have no money.
That's also justifiable. That Chivas do have the money to spend, but it just hasn't been thrown out.
But like, drop it back on who's realistically. Like, who is a top level Mexican striker right now that you're like, well, let's bring him in? Raúl Jiménez. I mean, I could see that if Raúl Jiménez is willing to do the old switch.
Oh, I don't think so. I think Nico Ibanez could be a shout. He's playing. Obviously, he just won the campeonato, but he's not getting near enough game time that he should be. He still can be world class if he gets the match fit and the game time that he can get that he deserves. But.
Like, obviously, like if you're gonna if I'm Chivas, that's like right, like if you look at other signings other teams have made. Like, why didn't Chivas go and get Victor Guzman from Monterrey? He was Mexican. He went to Monterrey. Why didn't they get Israel Reyes? Why didn't they get?
Because Chivas suck.
They don't.
They went to better teams. That was it.
But I'm saying, like, Chivas, like, I still feel like they're obviously very popular. They still have that pool. Like, I just feel like they're sometimes maybe cheap as fuck, bro. Like, go get like a fucking real player. Like, go like even like I said, like Monterrey and shit. Like, they're trying to like bring in players that like Mexicans that are playing abroad. Even though they're playing good abroad, they're still trying to like bring them back. Which everyone like from the Mexican national team point of view, like, is like, oh fuck this team. Like, why are you trying to like take away a player from Europe? But it's like they're showing ambition, bro. Like to go like get better literally everywhere. Like if Chivas wanted to, I was saying this yesterday. Why don't they go and get like from Europe like Eric Gutierrez, who's like I know he's playing at PSV. He's been there for a long time, but it's like he's not really playing as much anymore, and he's kind of like already kind of been there, done that in Europe. He can can probably still play there for a couple more years. Why not bring him in? Luis Chavez, it probably looks like he's never going to leave Liga MX. Why not bring him in? Like Acevedo, it looks like he's going to be a Liga MX lifer too. Why not bring him in? Like I'm telling you, like there's so many different players that like are probably going to stick around Liga MX Like, why don't you go and get them? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me.
You guys are becoming the Liga MX for lifers Avengers.
Well, I mean, if they're gonna stay in Liga MX, bro, like, why not? Like, why
It's also
like
just such
ambitious and go and get them?
it's also just such a weird change, bro, because before, like, when Liga MX was like peak, Chivas would have like Bofo Bautista, Ramosito Morales, Omar Bravo, like top of the line like players who were like crazy good for Mexico, but also amazing in Chivas. And now it seems like Chivas kind of just picks up like the players that are not
And
good
nobody
enough for
else
Europe,
wants.
or kind of like
Pretty much.
The scraps.
yeah,
It seems
exactly,
like
bro.
they just scrap collecting.
Yeah, like you think Alan Mosso, like you see Alan Mosso, right? He's like beast. Yeah, he's had. I'm not knocking him. He, like Kika said, he had like a good. He had a good run this season, but like there's three other right backs above him in Mexico, right? There's Kevin Alvarez, Julian Araujo, and Jorge Sanchez. You know what I mean? So it's just like such a difference for Chivas now, and I feel like that's where the policy kind of hurts them, because they're not getting the best Liga MX players, and they're not getting the best Mexicans. They're getting the Liga MX Mexicans that are available to them. Does that make sense?
As like cool as it sounds, you know that like Chivas historically only uses Mexican league players, which is pretty dope. But in all honesty, I think if you really want to get to your top spot again and show that Chivas are one of the biggest teams in Mexico, I think it has to go. Hot take or not, I think it has to go.
I mean, you obviously having more players like at your disposal, like it's gonna be easier. But I just don't ever think that's gonna happen. Like I think it's kind of it's already ingrained in like the clubs,
Yeah.
like fucking Ten Commandments type shit. Like like literally, I don't think it's ever gonna change. But like I said, if like one positive I do see from this is that like I said, I felt we didn't have a really like that good of a roster. To be honest, we arguably like, maybe the sixth best, seventh best in the league, and we still made the final in the first season.
So you admit.
And
So you
the
admit
UFC, the team from like the second division, like Max Chivas' reserve team, they won the whole thing. Like basically a U21 team won against grown men in the second division. So there's a lot of like players from like the cantera that can obviously get integrated into the team. But like I said, so that's one positive I'm taking out of it. It's like even with a squad that probably wasn't good enough under your first year, and you made all the way to the final, like, and hopefully they realize, all right, Alexis Vega, not a big game player. He probably need pieces around like him. Or he needs to be one of the pieces around someone else, basically. To
Pocho is the piece that needs to be built around.
Yeah, there you go. Like
Pocho Guzman has to remain the piece. Yeah, Pocho Guzman has to remain the player that is being built around.
Yeah, like, and yeah, it's pretty much that, bro. Like, if Chivas can bring in pieces or whatever, or like bring in guys from the cantera and they ended up working out, like, we might be cooking next year. But if not, like I said, I think we'll quickly find out right away that it's
that Chivas are frauds.
Yeah, bro.
My key factor for the whole game was that Alexis Vega was dropped in the 60th minute. I understand that maybe he's not the most clutch player, but dropping him in the 60th minute, that's way too early. That's way too early. Considering he's the star of your side, dropping Alexis Vega in the 60th minute was nonsense.
Yeah, that's
it's also
for
just like...
Pavel. What was it? Pavel, right? Is that his name that they dropped him
Pavel
for?
Perez.
Pavel Perez.
He fucking sucks. He's so
crazy.
bad.
It's crazy,
He's
bro.
so
like
bad.
I don't know why. Like Vega might not be like you said. He might not be what everyone expected him to be. At least in this league, yeah. But like, bro, he's still like at any moment, like all it takes is one play for Alexis Vega to make a difference, and he's shown that so many times.
I mean,
take him out so early, bro.
Yeah, he ended up bagging an assist. It's not like he wasn't doing completely nothing in the game.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like, it's not like this is the first time he's ever done like nothing. Like it was pretty close to nothing. Like for a superstar of his caliber, like you need to be getting on the score sheet, bro. Like in any big game, and like how I said earlier,
he has no caliber.
Like I said earlier, has never scored in La Liga, bro. That's not like a coincidence. At this point, that's just like what he does. Never scored against America. Has one goal in 13 clásicos against a small ass team like Atlas. Like
I thought you were about to say America.
They were the biggest team in the country. I don't know about that.
Like I'm telling you, bro. Like this is like kind of just like what he is. Even like let me just give you an example, bro. This is not even like a Chivas thing because even with the national team, like everyone was kind of hyping him up, like after his game against Poland in the World Cup, and like he was even getting some praise against Argentina, even though we fucking lost. Fuck that. But anyways, like he was getting praised, but then it's like, all right, like we're playing Saudi Arabia next. We need fucking goals, and this fucking guy misses a 1-on-1 that like in like the first couple minutes of the game that like could have set the tone, but we needed that goal. Like he never really like every time like everyone starts
He's not
hyping
that
him up.
guy. He's not that guy. Everyone thinks he claims to
Yeah,
be.
like
Everyone claims him to be like this superstar, this player that's gonna change the selección, that's gonna revolutionize like Mexican League soccer. He's none of that. He's none of the above.
and just kind of like just to keep bagging on him because I'm kind of like enjoying this right now. Like he kind of showed that even like after the World Cup when he had the chance to go to Wolves. Apparently Wolves had like sent in an offer him like a 6-month loan to the end of the season, and like if it works out, we're gonna buy you. He kind of like didn't even bet on himself. He didn't even believe in himself. He's like, nah, why am I like he rejected it, and he like, literally came out and said like, oh, why am I gonna go and like if I don't make it, I just like wasted 6 months of my life. It's like what the fuck kind of mentality is that, bro? Like you should have been like, oh fuck yeah, I'm going to the Prem. I'm gonna be like one of my buddies out there, Raul Jimenez, like Pecho Frio, you know, together. But like I'm gonna be like in the Prem, bro. Like that's like fucking players' dreams. And you're like, nah,
he knew
I'm
though.
cool.
He
like,
knew he was a fraud already.
Yeah,
he knew he wasn't good
like,
enough to hack it in the.
He's
Prem.
just like, but like, even if like he should have just been like even if he knew it wasn't good enough, should have just been delusional about it. Like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna go try. Like, why not? Like, I'm gonna go try, and if it doesn't work out, fuck it. Like, it didn't work out. But it's like, dude's like, nah, like I'm cool over here in Mexico. Like that kind of already kind of like put me off in a way. And then even like bro, like I don't know if you guys saw those leaked messages. Like, so an America fan page, I had DM'd him and asked him like, oh, would you ever play for like a big America fan page? Like, oh, would you ever play for America? And he like I'm thinking if I'm a Chivas player, I would have been like,
he didn't
I would
like
have just fucking left you on red.
Like deny it, right? Yeah, didn't he like he didn't deny it, but he didn't like say
yeah.
Yes
He literally said like, oh, you never know, like God's plan.
I remember. Like, I do remember when that happened. Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like
God's plan.
You're playing for Chivas, and like you're like not ruling out that you'd play for America. Like, bro, like that's like ridiculous. Like, what you can.
Pues todos quieren jugar con papá. It's simply that. They want to play for the best.
But like, these are all signs, bro, that like he just ain't it, and like he's the type of guy that's just gonna like be smaller than fucking Leon, be smaller than Mini Me, like in a final, like you know, like. He's gonna be smaller than fucking Tano Ortiz in a semi, you know. Like he's just like, honestly, like he's just not like that guy for the occasion. Like
yeah, he hasn't. I also remember 2020 when Leon beat Chivas in the semifinals.
Oh my god, bro, Leon again?
The 8th title. Yeah, that one was good. Yeah, I don't remember Alexis Vega though. I do remember Joel Campbell shredding Chivas.
We'll go off track for a second. Do you remember your entire childhood watching like La Liga Expansión or? Leon was in the first division team for like basically your whole childhood.
I remember
2015 or something like.
No, 20. Oh, come on, Kike. What the hell, bro? 2012 was the year we came up.
So literally your entire childhood.
12 de Mayo. It's fine. 12 de Mayo. We came back up. Yeah, and 12 de Mayo nunca se olvida, bro. What do you mean? And then we came up and we've won.
My team promoted.
We've won more Liga MX titles since 2012 than America and Chivas combined. That's all I gotta say.
What is that like? What is it like? 2 campeonatos?
3
in total. In total, right?
3 in total,
right?
Oh, in total, that's 8 stars on the badge. It's fine. We'll get there.
That's a small club. That's a small club.
But actually, this is a good segue into this because Tigres. I want to ask. We asked this yesterday to our guys who were on Fútbol Asada, but I want to ask this to you, Kike. I'm curious what you think.
Yeah, man, let me know.
Because this team just won their 8th title, won a Coca Champions already against the mighty LAFC. Do you consider, Kike, can you consider Tigres a grande now?
Todavía no.
Damn. Why not, bro? Why not?
Because America and Chivas have 12 and 13 campeonatos, bro. They still have Toluca to catch up to.
Okay, so wait, who do you consider like Los Grandes? Like, is there only 2? Or is it like...
Like I said, 3: America, Chivas, and Toluca, the three most successful teams in the league.
All right, for me, when I think of a big club, it doesn't necessarily have to be. It should obviously success is a huge part of it, like titles, but I don't think it's everything. Kind of like you look at Arsenal, everyone like Arsenal's the most popular team in the world, and that's probably why they're considered a big team. But they've never won a Champions League, have never won a Europa League, have not won a Premier League in almost fucking 20 years. And Javi's an Arsenal
Just
fan, by
about.
the way, so makes sense.
I don't really care.
All right.
You know,
But basically, they're still
whatever.
considered a big team. But when I think of Tigres, I personally think they have to be considered a big team because, in generally speaking, like you said, Toluca, which is kind of rare. Like they probably should, but like that's kind of rare. People say that because everyone kind of generally thinks that the big four are Chivas, America, Cruz Azul, and Pumas. But
Get Pumas the fuck
But,
out
like,
of there.
Cruz Azul and Pumas. I would have put Monterrey and Tigres in front of both of those teams. To be
100%.
honest.
I
That's
agree.
fair, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
I would have put
generally
both the
speaking,
Monterrey
I
teams in
think
front of them.
basically because they're probably from like the biggest cities, like people consider like those. Oh,
It's understandable. I can see why.
But I also agree. I think Chivas, the Monterrey and Tigres, especially because like I think recent success over the last 20 years matters way more than what the fuck Cruz Azul did in the fucking 80s and 90s, whatever, the 70s and whatnot. But I do
It's
I
also
do think Tigres should
I
be
think recent
considered
success
grandes,
is agreeable.
I do think Tigres should be
I
considered
can see why. I can see why.
because if you think about it, like all their titles, like especially recently, like they had like 5 titles since 2015. They have 8 overall, which is pretty close to like the top 3. They have legends now. They have arguably the best like foreign player of all time, like either Cardoso or Guignac, like arguably the best ever. And they're the only team, Mexican team. They have a Champions League as well, but they're the only Mexican team to make the final of a Club World Cup. I think there's enough there to call them a grande. Like I think
I can see the argument for it. I can see the argument for it for sure.
yeah, because correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Toluca has like a CONCACAF Champions League ever, right? Or am I tripping?
No tienen.
Yeah, so I'm saying like, and recent success. I can't remember the last time Toluca won a title, unless I'm tripping. They made the final like last year and got destroyed, but
I will give huge props to Javier Aquino, Nahuel Guzman, and Andre Pierre Guignac being 5-time winners with the exact same team.
That's crazy.
That's amazing. 5 times in what, 10 years? Span of 10 years, something like that.
yeah.
That's
That's
total success.
yeah. Was Pizarro not there for a few of them? He went to Europe. Huh?
Hey, actually,
'Cause I know he's been there for like a while too.
Yeah.
Like
I don't think Pizarro has all 5.
Yeah, he probably has like
You're-
4 or
you're
3.
wrong.
But yeah, they're all pretty much like that core team right there. Like that.
yo, you're wrong. You're wrong, Chris. Toluca has 2 CONCACAF champions.
Do they?
Mm.
Yeah.
So maybe
Back then, though,
he is right.
right?
Maybe it should be Toluca up there then. But like I said, if it's because when I was thinking of the question yesterday, I'm like, well, everybody says Tigres or Pumas and Cruz Azul. So if I'm picking Tigres over them two, I'm 100%.
Pumas haven't been big.
Well,
in
Cruz Azul have
ages.
9. So, you know, Cruz Azul is just 1 behind Toluca.
So Cruz Azul is more for me right now. They're more of a brand, bro. People just know the name and the logo, and that's why they're big. But they're not like 1 title in fucking 40 seasons, like 23 years. Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think the recency has a big part to play in it, in terms of like why Tigres can be considered grandes. I can see why completely. I for one just kind of don't like Tigres, so I'd rather just put Toluca above them. Couple questions though I want to ask you guys. Sebastian Cordova, ice cold the entire league, the entire regular season, was pretty mediocre. They didn't pick up an assist till like the end of the season or something like that. The Liga happens. He plays 6 games and scores 5 goals.
I think he scored 7, right? Or because if you count repechaje,
Yeah,
yeah.
Six
Six goals,
just
7
about.
games to end the season.
That's almost near perfect form, and like you mentioned earlier in the recording, that he could end up being one of the most informed Mexican players right now.
100%.
Yeah. Nah, Sebastian, bro, needs.
Oh, go ahead, Javi.
No, I'm just saying, Sebastian needs to be on that roster. He needs to be on the starting spot for Mexico, bro. Like soccer is all about moments, and you need to be able to capture those players in their moments and their prime. Like, they need to be there, no doubt. I definitely think Sebastian is like the guy for Mexico right now. He could be the game changer against the USA.
Yeah. Wait, so what was your question, Kike? Or you're just talking about his form?
I was just mentioning that, like, what do you guys think? Like, what do you think clicked in his head that he just started going crazy? You know?
Honestly, like for players like him that are very like his career's kind of been up and down. Sometimes that's all it really takes is one good game to get your confidence back, and once your confidence is back, like it just never goes away. Like like some players, like you know they're good players, but like they go through a spell where they're like, bro, you're just like in the mud. You like are not doing shit. Like you're like bad, but then like but you know that they have it in them. And then all it takes is one moment, and boom, that probably just like sparked like your whole season. Because like if you remember, like Cordova when he was at America, like super super hyped, was a great player. Like, and then he got to like Mexico with the national team with the Olympics, and I think he was like the top goal scorer, like an assist leader, like combined, like in the whole tournament. Was great.
Yeah, he was balling.
Like it was great. Like I'm like honestly, he looks like a complete midfielder. Like can play with both feet, can pass with both feet, can score golazos with both feet, scores penalties with both feet, takes free kicks with both feet, corners with like literally could do it all. And then I think when everything turned for him was when like he snubbed Europe to go to Tigres, and one like they already like America fans hated him for that. Like why are you going to like another team?
Solari, that was all Solari. Solari practically froze him out. Wasn't giving him game time because he wanted to play with Hidalgo every time, and Cordova just wanted more minutes.
Yeah,
that was kind of it.
Exactly. So like,
and yeah, he snubbed a sorry European spot and chose to go to Tigres instead.
And then even when he got to Tigres, like form, like it completely
below
fell
average.
off, bro.
He was
like,
not good enough.
And I think maybe the media pressure of like, especially from Mexican national team fans, like why the fuck didn't you go to Europe? Like you're a pecho frio. Why the fuck are you just staying here? From America fans too, but like
yeah.
And then here's like the thing, but look what you obviously you've seen though, like his lowest of the lows, like that's what he is. Like when he's bad, like he's really bad. But you've seen what he can do when he's on a high, bro. Like if he's plays like this hot take or not, he might be Mexico's best like mid like outside of Edson Alvarez, he might be Mexico's best midfielder like in general. Like you're gonna tell me right now that the best midfielder on the best team in Liga MX, like the guy who literally carried them to the final and almost won the final for them, or basically won the final for them. You're telling me he's not the best Mexican midfielder like in the world, maybe besides like I said Edson Alvarez. I think for me this dude has to be starting for the national team, like especially how he's playing right now. Like if he's in this form, I don't know who's better. Like
you know what's my favorite thing about Sebastian Cordova? Kike, you remember that time America beat Chivas 4-0?
Of course I do.
And he showed his jersey. And then fast forward now to Sunday.
It was
doesn't matter.
It was 3. It was still
okay, well, fast forward to the final.
Do you remember when he beat Leon in the final?
To the Akron.
Actually, Leon doesn't make finals, but go ahead.
Yeah, we have. We've made more finals than Chivas and America.
The second division finals don't count. But
no, I'm serious. There's 2013 when we beat America in the final. 2014 when we beat Pachuca. 2019 when we lost to Tigres. 2021 when we lost to Atlas. And
you said lost like 6 times in a row. You guys just bottle every
that sounds
final.
like 2021
we've won 3 finals, lost 2. So you guys do what you will with that information. But anyways, speaking about finals, Sebastian Cordova comes back to the Akron as a Tigres player and still owns Chivas, lifting that trophy. So that's why Sebastian Cordova is my favorite player. And I think he's Mexico's best because he wrecks Chivas every time.
He does love a game against Chivas, to be honest. He does enjoy that.
He loves wrecking them, bro.
But
yeah, I can 100% agree where you guys are going with Sebastian Cordova being probably the number 1 for the 10 in the selección.
Dude, it's because, bro, in Mexico, we've been looking for a 10 for a while, and everyone thought it was Diego Lainez. He's still tweaking out some stuff.
He can't even dribble no more, man. It's not like this.
And people for a second were calling Marcelo Flores, who, I mean, he's cool, but he's not ready for a national team.
It's just another kid that hasn't had any proven ability yet.
Yeah, but like Cordova could be that guy. He's battle tested, had a good run with the Olympics. He's shown he could be a good number 10. I don't see why not. You know,
he's played in the selección well before. It's not like it's going to be his first time either. Yeah,
and especially, bro, let's be honest. Like, look at his competition. Like, the midfielders are probably going to be Edson Alvarez. Like, there's 3 midfielders. It'll be Edson Alvarez for sure. And then the left one will either be Eric Gutierrez or Luis Chavez. But the third spot, bro, the last spot in the midfield, like, his only fucking competition is, like, Charlie Rodriguez and, like, a fucking... Like, who the hell is that? Like, honestly, like...
Wait, I think Pocho Guzman should be a topic as well, to be honest.
But we know why. But we know why he won't get called up.
Yeah.
But...
Unfortunately.
But, yeah, like, honestly, like that's kind of crazy to me. Like, you could argue... Mexico's 2 best midfielders in the entire league, like attacking midfielders, like the attacking 8 or like a 10, like Pocho and Cordova.
They were both in the final.
why are they not starting for the national team? Like, doesn't like make, it's not like Mexico. We're not Brazil, bro. We're not like we're fucking just loaded with talent. Like, for me, they should both be starting. One of them's
Well,
not even on the team. The other one, like I said, if he gets fucking benched for Chad Rodriguez, I might like retire from like watching that selection. I'm not even joking. Like, Cordova, yeah, Cordova has to be playing, bro. He's him right now.
what's next for Chivas after losing, the final? Do you think some renovations need to be happening, or do you think something will end up happening? Do you think you guys get that number 9 you've been looking for? What happens?
The way I said this yesterday as well, I think it can go two ways. Because obviously when Paunovic and Hierro came in, they wanted to emphasize like youth development, and so far right away it's been an A+ because like I said, our reserve team, who was almost all U21 players, won like the second division of Mexico against like grown
The
men. There's like
yeah.
teams that are like have youth teams as well, but they also have like grown men teams. Like they beat Atletico Morelia in the final. And there's like a lot of good players that can like get integrated into like the Chivas team. And it's almost like a perfect fit because Chivas is like main like deficiencies right now are a goalie, center back, and like a creative midfielder, and then like a 9. And like all the best players from like the cantera are like those positions.
He named every position.
Nah, there's like 4.
He named every position. He said we need a goalkeeper, a defender, a midfielder, and a forward.
Well, I mean like a center back. So we need specifically a center back. So we don't need fullback. I think our fullbacks are good.
I think Sepulveda and Puebla are fine. To be honest, I don't see.
I mean, it could be like a flash in a bottle though. Like you don't like because the way I see it is like if Boyo Briseño has been like kind of mediocre like for like a really long time, but has like one good run in like with Chivas. It's kind of like if you're gonna look at his career, like, are you gonna be like, oh yeah, no, he's that good, like how he did with this season with Chivas, or like how he basically was overall. Same thing with Sepulveda, like it could have just been like a decent little run, like you never know.
Just form that they picked up.
Like,
I get you.
Like exactly, like yeah. So I don't really like trust that, but I think the future is bright. But I don't know, like I said, if we're ready to win a championship and like anytime, like it probably take like 2-3 years. Unless we bring in reinforcements, but then like it kind of contradicts everything we're kind of going against. Like we want to bring in players from like Cantera to integrate them in the team, and that's going to be like the future of like Chivas. Like you don't need to go out and buy players because we're producing like amazing players, but that's going to take time. That's not going to like this fucking 18, 19-year-olds are not going to come in and just like take the league by storm and win as a league. Like so, I think I think the future is bright, but I don't know if we're gonna compete like for like a title like over the next 2-3 seasons, but I do think the future is bright. As far as the 9 you were saying, I honestly still believe in Macias. I know he's been injured twice, 2 ACLs in a row.
Oh, that guy, man, forgot about
like,
him. His best years have been in a Leon jersey, man.
No, but he's a potent striker. Like,
gotta send you that picture of him kissing the badge again for the one time. Gotta let you know.
But like Macias, honestly, like everybody, hold on, everybody have some Macias, right? I mean, no, my bad. Everybody have some Santi Jimenez.
Yeah.
All right, bro. We get it. We get it. Like, we get it. 8 stars, small talk. But everybody have those Santi Jimenez, right? People forget that at the same age that Santi Jimenez went to Europe, Macias almost had double the goals in Liga MX. Like he's like a potent striker. Before his injury. Like right before like his ACL, like over a year ago,
got torn for the second.
He tore it twice, but before the first one, like he when he just came back, he scored 4 goals in like 7 games for Chivas. Like to finish the season, all of them as a sub. That's a pretty good ratio. Like pretty much won every other game, and then he got injured. Like, I'm saying like I wouldn't like rule out the possibility that he's only 23 years old. Like I wouldn't rule out that he comes back and like he's the 9 Chivas have always needed. Like I believe in it.
I think 2 injuries to the same leg might be just a bit too difficult to overcome.
You might be right, but I'm saying like I still have to see it.
I think it might be too much more of a mental thing for him. I think he'd probably just be too scared to injure himself again. You know, he might not ever play like at the 100% that he was anymore.
Maybe, but I still have to see it. Like I
can see why you back him though.
A season where I'm like, all right, I'm trusting him. He's our guy. We're gonna like live and die with him as the 9. Like we basically lived and died with no 9 this season. So like I don't know why, and we made a final. So.
Yeah, he can't. It can't be worse than Ronaldo.
Yeah, like
he can't be worse than Cisneros, to be honest.
I'm saying, like, and if it doesn't work out, then boom, I guess you can maybe then look to bring in reinforcements. But I still think the future is bright. But like I said, it's probably gonna take like a season or two to get us like going. Cause like I said, like I was saying earlier, the other teams are like they're bringing in big players like ASAP.
I get you. All right. Well, I got like one more topic for you guys. We've mentioned him a couple times before. Diego Lainez comes in as an absolute fracaso for the league. Terrible, poor form. Every clip you look at him, he's doing something incorrect on the ball. He's making shit passes. No confidence whatsoever. Absolute absolute shadow of himself, of what we've seen like from his ability. He comes into this Tigres side. Nobody saying Tigres. I don't think I saw a single person saying Tigres can win the final. Saying Tigres can even make the final. Coming in at 8th place in the Liga. Go all the way with Diego Lainez, and now he has two Liga MX titles.
Shit, man.
He's bigger than Alexis Vega already. Hands down. Already.
Hey, dude, they have the same amount of Liga goals. Actually, I think
double his titles too.
How many? Hold on, because Javi said something real quick. How many Liga goals did Leon have this year?
I think Lainez has more Liga goals than Alexis Vega too. To be honest,
but as far as Lainez, honestly for me, I think he's been one of my favorite players for like a long time.
Can you fill it out with your tears?
Oh, they're gonna be filled with Leon tears very soon, but.
No.
What is it called? Like, you were saying, bro, like, he is a fucking complete shadow of himself, bro. Like, 2 years ago, this dude was starting against Real Madrid. Like starting against Real Madrid. 2 years ago, he won a man of the match in, like, the Sevilla derby against Sevilla Real Betis. He played the fucking 90 minutes. He won man of the match. And, like, if you watch the fucking game, he, like, looks shifty. The dribbling's, like, amazing. Every time he gets the ball, he wanted to attack someone. Bro, now
he has a goal in Europa League as well.
Yeah, like, bro, now, like, honestly, like, he has fucking no bag, bro. Like, he fucking has one move.
Nothing.
Like,
absolutely
he has one
nothing.
move where, like, he's like,
he's got the side
like,
step.
Yeah, like,
that's
he's
it.
literally
It's just
like,
a little side step.
Inching towards you, and then he'll just fucking like take off to the fucking left, trying to get a cross off. And if you can get it off, great. If not, it just gets fucking blocked, and that's it. Like, bro,
the crosses are probably gonna be shit anyways. Like, he just has not been good enough whatsoever.
Like, he looks like, bro, I don't even recognize the guy anymore. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I thought he was gonna come. I thought he was gonna come in and be like, because even after his first game with Tigres, he came in. He kind of had like a few like good plays. I was like, oh shit, he like kind of took a couple players. I'm like, oh damn, he's gonna be like a fucking monster in this league.
Yeah, it looked like he wasn't gonna be too bad.
But then like, bro, just completely really fucking fell off. Yeah,
he was terrible.
Like, he honestly looks like a little kid out there, bro. Like, he has like no muscle. Like, he's really
He's still built the same way he was like before he left America.
Exactly, bro. Like, has not put on any pound, no strength, no nothing. Like, and I feel like he's even slower now, bro. I don't even think he's fast. So for like being such like a small like winger, like you'd think those are fucking speedsters. He's fucking. I think he's pretty slow. Like, he doesn't ever really beat anyone with pace. Like, or he doesn't beat anyone in general. But like, I don't know. But like, I'm worried about him. I think it's his confidence. I don't know what it is, but like, and I think it's his mentality too, bro. Because like, I don't know if you saw like the post game interviews, like with Osvaldo Sanchez. Did you see that fucking clip?
Yeah, but Osvaldo Sanchez was out of pocket.
But like, he fucking asked him like, oh, like, were you a fracaso? Yeah or no? But then like, seeing Lainez be
he's got 2 Liga titles.
But like, the thing is though, like, he was being so petty about it. Like if he was the reason they won the final, like, bro, they subbed you out and you guys are losing 2-0. Like, they subbed you out and their fucking remontada happens. Like,
I think it had a lot more. I think it had a lot more to do with the fact that he was already getting a ton of shit, and they were like, "Why is Tigres buying you? Why did Tigres didn't need Lainez? You know, he was just there for the bag and shit."
Yeah.
And he went and got another title. That's really why he was talking all that shit. That's all he had to it.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I get why he did it, but I was also like, You know that fucking meme where like
I can see your point though. Yeah, yeah.
like you know that meme where it's like,
He
oh,
did
you do nothing on the group
he had no
project
help.
and you still get an A. Like that was him.
He was that guy. Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I don't like I didn't. I see why he did it, but I didn't really love it just because I'm like, bro, you fucking contributed like 0 goals, 2 assists in like almost 20 games for fucking Tigres. Like, come on, bro. Like, and you were getting fucking bodied like by any team and anybody and everyone. Like, bro, like I didn't understand it. But as far as him being bigger than Alexis Vega, I'm not gonna say no. Like 2 titles to 0.
More Liga goals,
And
more goals in Clásicos.
yeah, and then like one of them actually had the balls to go to Europe, the other one didn't. Like
You can't knock him for that, bro.
so, yeah.
He just made the wrong choice. I think if he ended up going to Ajax, I think
he would have been a monster.
his
bro.
success in Europe would have been a different story. To be honest, he chose Spain and got frozen out of the club. He went to Portugal, got frozen out, and now he's back in the Liga MX. And in all honesty, it's almost impossible to go back to Europe once you go back.
Yeah.
Once you like come back to North America, it's almost impossible. So if he really, really wants to, he has to start balling. He has to play
Bro,
absolutely
he needs to be like
phenomenal
literally
football.
like one of the best players in
I
the
don't-
league. Like
It's honestly why I don't trust when I hear loans. Like it just means the club doesn't want you there, and they don't know what to do with you at the moment, so they're just like sending you. While
So they're
figure
looking for a
something
club
else to
that needs depth. Yeah,
do. Yeah, exactly, and that's what's gonna happen. I don't see Lainez going back even now to Europe.
I can
he's
I
just
can see
not.
that.
yeah,
I don't think he's at the level either.
I can see him traveling around the Liga MX, maybe going to the MLS or something. But
A little Marco
nah.
Fabian type.
yeah, not going back to
Sambuesa.
Europe.
Yeah, nah, 100%.
honestly, this might be a hot take, but if he had gone to Ajax, bro, I honestly think he would have been like if he developed like how he was supposed to, because he would have been at Ajax at 2019, the beginning of 2019 or 2018, I don't remember.
Yeah,
2019.
Yeah, like
2019.
if he would have gone to
after the
Ajax, he would have
title.
been part of that semifinal team that Ajax made all the way to the semis. I honestly think Lainez, this might be a hot take. I think he could have been what like Anthony like is today, like for Manchester, like for how he was for Ajax, how he was for Manchester United.
Out of all the players, you chose Anthony, bro. That was mid.
But
it's because at Ajax he was sick.
like-
He's
Oh, he
not
was.
been the best at United, but when he was at the Eredivisie, he was dancing on the entire league.
Literally.
There were compilations of him left and right.
Like-
So I can see why he's like saying that, because if Lainez actually would have joined and developed and became at least somewhat of a starter, I don't even think Anthony would have even been looked at or signed.
yeah, no, seriously, like I think you guys have seen the footage of Lainez when he was like playing the youth teams, like, bro, like it was, and even with America as like a 16, 17-year-old was fucking cooking. Even as an
Balling.
18-year-old, fucking Lainez scored in both legs in the semifinals against a rival Pumas, and then started in the final.
In the Clásico Capital.
Yeah, and then he started in the final, won a title. It's like it wasn't like he was a bum. Like I think he had like 5 goals that year.
Yeah, he did.
Oh man, that was that's really like our that was like the last best team we had.
No, that team was goated. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like a lot of those.
That was like one of my favorite teams. Edson Alvarez, Guido Rodriguez, right next to each other.
Yo,
Oh,
a world
my
champion,
God,
Guido
man.
Rodriguez, bro.
Those CDMs were too fucking nice. But I think we're probably gonna have to end it there. That's pretty much all we got today. I want to thank you, Javi. I want to thank you, Chris, for showing up to our channel. It's been really great, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thanks
Peace,
guys,
guys.
bro.
Before though,
Oh my
Please.
god, bro! Again?
please,
Again?
please. Wednesday and Sunday, we're gonna have a talk about this in the group chat.
Right.
You guys are all gonna see.